Now welcome to the stage, Audio Immersion.
Hello, my name is Tomasz and I'm a co-founder of Zilia. In our company we're working on devices which are well designed, beautiful design and very easy to use. And one of our goals is to change the way how people are thinking about the sound recording. So one of our devices, one of our products is Audio Immersion. So let's imagine that you are a musician and together with a group of friends you would like to record your performance. And actually the first problem that you will face is a lot of cables, a lot of microphones, a lot of complicated systems. And actually at the end musicians just use the smartphone in order to record their performance, and of course the quality is poor. What we offer is just one device, one microphone device which you can put between the musicians, start recording, and at the end you will get the individual sound sources separated into separate tracks. So that's the magic behind it. And that's the audio immersion. It's as simple as using the smartphone. Of course, this unique technology is covered by patents, which were developed by my co-founder Piotr and I. As a team, we have very extensive academic and industry experience, more than 10 years. And up to date, we have efficiently managed more than 20 IT and research projects. Moreover, myself, I'm MPEG audio expert from the same standardization group which developed, for example, MP3. And by the way, one of our technologies is part of upcoming MPEG standard. Of course, our team is much bigger. We have around almost 20 people. There's a unique blend of competences and skills. We are also very successful. Up to date, we get the first million of Polish zloty from National Center of Research and Development. We also get several awards. We also get the second million from European Pioneers, which is the accelerator from Berlin. So they choose actually 12 startups out of almost 300 from all over Europe, and we were one of them. So let's talk about the market. So of course, music market is huge. It's around $80 billion, and we target only part of it, which is related to pro audio, live events, concerts. And from that part, we target the music bands. However, in order to get to the music bands, which are around 50 millions, we have to target the key influencers. And the key influencers are the music producers. And we have a lot of tractions, a lot of talk with the music producers. One of them is the Uwe Bosset from Raymond, the famous rock band. He tested our device. He said that it's a really good tool for music producers and songwriters. And he really loves it, and many other people. We have also talked with other key influencers. We just went back from New York, from one of the biggest audio show. We had a huge traction. There was 1,000 of people on our booth, and they said that this is one of the most innovative products that they've seen in the last few years. And just after this show, we started receiving a lot of emails, a lot of subscription. Actually get a question every 5 minutes, so probably you get another one right now. So regarding the business model, there are two parts, hardware and software. If you talk about the hardware, we have two versions, one for the key influencers, which costs around 5,000 euro, and the second one for the amateur musician, which is 1,500. And about the competition, in short, audio immersion is portable and affordable, and music producer or key influencers loves it. So far, we did a lot of market testing. We have a lot of talks with music bands, music producers. The goal for the next year is to produce 100 devices and give it to our key influencers, which help us to reach the break-even point in 2 years from now. But we need around €500,000 of investment. Right now, there are a lot of people interested in our technology. There are also a few investors. If you'd like to be a part of it, just contact us after the presentation. Thank you very much. Maybe I will invite my co-founder, Piotr.
What do you need the 500K for?
Actually, this is on the next slide. I don't have it. So we need money for starting a production. Yeah. So the next one is also the R&D, because we still need to scale our product. Right now we can produce, let's say, a few hundreds pieces, but in order to produce a few 100,000 pieces, so it's we had to do some more improvements in it, and also, of course, marketing and market testing actually. Yeah.
Hey guys, the technology that separates the audio streams after the fact, can it be utilized without the physical product?
Yeah,
At any
actually,
stage?
yeah, that's a very good question. You know, actually, when we started working on this idea, we wanted also use one of the hardware from the market, but actually we noticed that there are no hardware like this. So we built our own. But if in theory, if in the future, if somebody will like to produce this technology, maybe using our IP, our patents, so that's not a problem. We can focus on the technology because the hardware is only the part of the product. The real magic is in the software. Yeah.
So, how many devices do you expect to be able to sell, for example, in 5 years from now? Assuming your expansion plans and everything, you find a partner, you get it. How big size of the market in terms of users, in terms of devices you perceive in, for example, let's say 5 years from now?
In 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay, in 5 years from now. So
Assuming
actually,
everything worked, yeah? Assuming
Yeah.
you did everything right, you found the partners, all that stuff.
So actually, the first group is the key influencers. So this is the small batch of the devices. However, in 5 years from now, we can say about let's say 1 million people.
All right, thank you very much, Audio Immersion. And now, let's welcome Bike Mike.
Hello everybody, my name is Marcin Stolarski and I would like to introduce Bike Mic technology. It means bicycle microphone. Okay, I have the question. How many of you use the headphones when you are walk on cyclists on the street? A lot. If you just get out and count people on the street, you should probably measure about 7% of people who use the headphones. But there's the problem. If you use the headphones, you do not hear ambient sounds, like the cars. And how big this problem is? People think that it's really big. Every year, 250,000 of people are killed in the car accident. I'm talking only about pedestrians and cyclists. So maybe there's the solution. Government have a solution for this. Just forbidden. So simple. If you are living in France or in Spain, this is forbidden to use headphones when you are cycling. When you live in Switzerland, you should listen the social campaign why the walking with the headphones is so dangerous. But maybe there is the better solution. Of course, there is. This is the Bike Mic. It's the very small, short, smart device. It's the microphone which just connects between your smartphone with your music and your headphones. And now, music is come from your smartphone to this Bike Mic. Bike Mic hear your surround sound, mix them. You can set the level of the surround and level of the music. And now, mixed signal is come to your headphones. So simple and smart. And but the question is, maybe it's just easier just set lower level of the music, and you know, because you something hear from your headphones. Theoretically, yes, but people who test Bike Mic say it's nothing compared to the Bike Mic. Quality of the environment sound is much better because we have some smart technology in this device. So people who listen the sound from the Bike Mic just start smiling and say, "Whoa!" We can just call this for wow effect. So where we are, we have the separate prototype, working prototype. We just implement this prototype in the helmet, if somebody doesn't like separate additional device. And we have the application for the iPhone. So if you would like just use microphone in your iPhone, you can do this using only this, the software. And what we want write new application for the rest of the smartphone, like the Android and Microsoft phones. And we would like to start normal producing of the separate devices because quality of the sound using separate devices is much, much better. And we need for this about 200 euro for just go fast with this project. So how big market is? If you just ask people who would like to buy this device, and checking how many people using the bicycles around the world, then you can get the number, like 72 million of people who are interested in this device and they want to buy it. And this is not device for the bicycles. We are talking about the market when people running, skiing, rolling. We are talking about people, for example, work in the office or in home, and for example, you would like to watch the movie and listen what your child to do in home in the same time. So, summary, bike mic save your life. And if you compare to other solutions, you give you much better audio quality of your environment, and you can regulate level of this music and environment. And there's another things. If we do nothing on this mobile music market, maybe in few years, this doesn't exist because it will be forbidden using headphones on the street. Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hi.
What other solutions are there on the market that solve this problem rather than just forbidding to listen to the music?
Excuse me,
What are other solutions on the market? Are there
other
any?
solution is just you can, for example, use only one headphones and hear music through one ear and environment through other way. You can use, for example, not fully isolated headphones, but if you are close to the very high level of the noise, for example, in the main street, the music must be much, much higher, and then this is dangerous for your ears. So people do something like that. But generally, there is no device for competition to the bike mic.
Do we have other colors?
What?
Do we have other colors of the?
Yes.
What
You
thing?
can. You have our gamma. For example, if you like much, for example, black color, so it's possible to buy this for the black version. I would like this color because you know that if you're using this microphone like this, you can show other people that you are safe. That you are not just the stupid people who just using the headphones on the bicycle, but you are safe because you hear environment.
Okay. Sorry, Maya? How would you persuade someone if you had like 20 seconds? Because this is very often the amount of time you have when you introduce your product to new customers. Because it's pretty difficult, and it took you some time until you brought this to our attention, and there is a need for this. If you had 20, 30 seconds, how would you persuade
best
someone?
practice for my experience is just wear the headphones and just listen.
But you won't go to any of those 70 million potential users and give them to try it out.
It's a problem of this technology that people start believe when they test it. Before then, they are thinking that we can just use lower level of the music, and we need some of the campaign to show people that it's really interesting. We need some of the celebrity stars who just show other people wow effect, because you really know. I have few stars on a website we can watch this, and all of the people just wear and do something. Oh Jesus, it really works.
Okay, one more question in terms of developing the product. Are you able, for example, to mute specific kind of sounds coming from around you? For example, muting a sound of a motorcycle engine would extend your market
now.
to motorcyclists.
Not this first prototype, but we have in the plans the advanced model, which will be used some of the smart, intelligent technology to get information of your environment and put you to your headphones only most important signals.
Because, you know, connecting yourself with the guys that were presenting before might create this situation if they're isolating noises.
But you know that these simple devices work very well because our brain works like the intelligence network, and they separate. And if you set level very, very low of the cars, then you hear this car where are very close.
All right, Bike Mike, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and welcome to my website.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Kiedy przyjedzie.
Excuse me, we have just one last question. What's
question.
the price of this?
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Jacek Michalski and I'd like to present you our product which is called Kiedy przyjedzie.pl, which stands for When Will It Arrive. What is it? This is an innovative dynamic passenger information and fleet management system. But what does it mean? These kinds of systems are intended for the dispatchers who, thanks to it, can get an access to the information about the current position of the fleet of the vehicles they are managing. They have also information about the current realization of the timetables, also covering the delays, traffic perturbation, etc. And they can get also an access to reports of the timetables completion, also including the historical data from the past. The systems are also intended for the passengers, who thanks to them can get the information when the bus they are waiting for will for real, so also considering the potential delays, arrive at their bus stop. Such systems can be also integrated with so-called intelligent transport systems, becoming its parts. I called our system an innovative one. However, the truth is that we did not invent it from the scratch. Such systems did exist a long time before us and still do exist. However, we are doing similar things, but in a totally different way. What you can see on the right side of the slide is how to operate the standard systems. Starting from the bottom, they are based on the dedicated hardware, which is to be installed on the boards of the buses, trams, trains. This hardware is communicating with servers, which has to be bought by the customers and installed at their premises. And on top of the servers, the dedicated software has to be bought and installed. What we are proposing to our customers is to use the mobile phones of the drivers with our application installed on top of it. This application is communicating with our system, thanks to which our customers do not have to buy any hardware. They are just getting a dedicated subdomain in our domain, and they have an access to it, and that's it. Of course, all the software, obviously for the server, but also for the mobile phones, is accessible online. So that is how we can offer our service as e-service. How does it work in the steps? So our application, having an access to GPS and to the internet, is sending the current position of the vehicle to our system. Our system is collecting the data, elaborating it, and comparing with the theoretical timetables stored in our databases, is predicting the times of arrival of the vehicles to all subsequent bus stops on the routes. This information is then further elaborated and prepared to be used by dispatchers or passengers. Briefly, what our customers can get from us. So the dispatchers can have an information about the position of their vehicle in a graphical form on a map, but also in a numerical form in a table. At any time, they can also generate the reports of the completion of the transport tasks either now or from the past. The passengers can get the information about the real arrival of the bus, which is interesting for them in different ways, either via website in a standard form or form dedicated for mobile devices. We are also able to prepare a simplified departure table to be used by SMS. We are also able to feed the electronic bus stops displays with the data from our system. Actually, since a couple of months, we are also producing our own electronic bus stop displays. And of course, we are also able to spread this information via mobile applications dedicated for the passengers. Our system could be also integrated with intelligent transport system. Because anyway, we are tracking the positions of the public transport vehicles, so we could send the information that a particular bus, which has a particular delay, is approaching a particular crossroad to the external system, and this external system, using that information, could give to this vehicle a priority by a proper change of the traffic light. Where our idea take us to? Currently, on a daily basis, we are tracking over 900 vehicles all over Poland from 19 transport agencies. We have also the first customer in Czech Republic because I cannot say that we are already global, but we are definitely international company already. In Poland, we are operating as Kiedy Przyjedzie, but in Czech Republic as gdyprzyjedzie.cz. We are also starting to actively look for the new customers in Slovakia as kedypride.sk. Some time ago, we also were trying to look for the customers in Ukraine as kolypride.com.ua. And we are looking forward to find new markets, new countries, because there is absolutely no obstacle to make our system running in any country. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, thanks very much. So, what's the pitch to a company that's interested in this service compared to your competitors? I mean, say a public transport network already has this kind of ability. What can you offer them over and above the dynamic vehicle tracking that they already have?
Actually, many companies cannot afford the normal standard systems. So we are the only reasonable solution for them. And for them, it's like an opening the eyes. They could not imagine that they could have a possibility to know at every moment where their buses are, what are their relation to the theoretical timetables, and based on the reports from us, they are making their timetables, the theoretical timetables, better and better.
And what's the pricing structure of the
Price?
product? Yeah.
We are selling the service as monthly fee. So each customer gets a price depending on their size, on the number of the vehicles, and it's affordable solution for both sides.
Okay, great.
Are there alternatives like in the US or UK or in Germany, for example? Are there any direct competitors for the global scale?
Currently there is no direct competitors because each existing company uses dedicated hardware. So we are selling our service without the need of any investment. However, UK, Germany, these markets were not explored by us yet because we don't have such means yet. So we are using our colleagues and friends from surrounding countries and only existing in the countries we just saw.
So basically, you are using the smartphone of the bus driver or the tram driver, yes?
Correct. However, we are also offering a possibility to install the dedicated hardware, but so far none of our customers uses it. They all prefer the mobile phone for 1 zloty.
So how long does it take you to integrate a new traffic provider, and can they do it themselves?
It takes 2 weeks, so this is also shocking for them because each deployment of big system takes several months, and having their mobile phones, having their timetables, after 2 weeks they are getting the working service.
And you were mentioning the integration with the smart traffic controls and so on.
ITS.
Are you planning also to use the, let's say, publicly available data? For instance, Google has quite a lot of data on traffic density and so on. Are you integrating that?
We are already collaborating with Google. We are publishing to Google the timetables of our customers. So we are exporting the timetables we have from our customers in GTFS format, which is an invention of Google, and it is published on Google Maps.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kiedy przyjedzie? And welcome to the stage, last but not least, Like and Buy It.
My name is Zuza Śleszyńska. I'm a co-founder of Like and Buy It. I'm not alone in the team. There are three of us. We come from e-commerce and social media backgrounds, and working with online shops, we saw that you can have a really pretty online shop, but what matters is how you communicate that and how you connect with your potential customers. And we saw big potential on Instagram. Instagram has currently over 400,000 million users. I must say 400 million, sorry. 400 million users, not yet that much. It's the fastest growing social media community. It has 60 times higher engagement than Facebook because there is no ad rank. So basically, 90% of what brands or people post on Instagram is visible to their followers. And what is really interesting is that 70% of users look for brands on Instagram. They post pictures of themselves wearing, for example, Nike. And as you can see, the hashtag Nike was used far more extensively than the number of followers on their profile. And here we see the potential. But there is a problem. Instagram doesn't allow direct links under the pictures as Facebook does. And there's only one clickable link in the whole app. That is the one in the bio. So where is the money? You can ask the question, because we have the gallery of beautiful pictures, we have beautiful photos of beautiful people, and it seems like it's just window shopping, but without entrance to the shop. So what we developed is a solution that maps Instagram and allows brands to create a shoppable gallery of the pictures that they post that is directly connected with their online shop. So from 10-12 steps of the regular Instagram experience, we shortened the shopping path to just 2 steps. We also have very cool mailing feature, which allows us to send mailing based on the activity of the followers of the brand. So the follower likes the picture and they receive a shoppable page straight to their main inbox on their, for example, Gmail account. You may ask if it works. We prepared a case study with Easy Shoes. They have 100,000 followers in Poland, quite a big brand when it comes to fashion industry on the Polish e-commerce market. And we generated 3 times higher conversion rates than mobile Facebook. And their mobile Facebook was their really, really strong social media tool. We became 5th traffic source, and our intelligent newsletter based on the activity of their followers had 2 times higher click rate than the regular newsletter. The benefits from the brand are shorter shopping path, optimizing omni-channel experience. The potential and the high engagement is fully used because we can transfer our followers to the products that we want to promote. And of course, we convert engagement into sales. And there is also very high benefit for the followers themselves, who no longer have to ask under the pictures, where can I get that? Can I have these shoes in different color? Because they simply click and they see and they can go and buy what they like. Our business model is a SaaS solution. We offer subscriptions. The brands can try us out for a month. They can go, of course, for longer contracts as well. We target e-commerce with strong social media focus. Based basically the market is really, really big when it comes to marketing, online expenses and social media spendings, but there are over 30,000 potential clients in Europe and the USA, but we are not limiting ourselves only to European and US market. We had a trial yesterday from Qatar, so I hope we can go there as well. Our competitive advantage is definitely the mailing feature, not available on the market yet. We have low and flexible pricing, and the implementation is really, really quick. We already, since our launch in May, we already managed to cooperate with over 100 clients, mainly on the Polish market, but also some European clients and US clients, and we hope to expand globally further. So these are my contact details if someone wants to ask questions. Oh, thanks. That's awesome. Questions?
So how many users does your app have?
It's a web app, so it depends on the size of Instagram of the brand. It varies on the day. I'm not sure I can disclose that information when it comes to particular brands. Yes, I think that was the answer.
Could you tell more about use case, because I don't know if that was clearly stated. How does it work?
Okay, shall I go back? Can I go back?
Just try to put it in like 3 steps,
okay.
please.
So we have an Instagram account. We have pictures on that Instagram, and you cannot post any links under the pictures. So we use the only clickable link that is available on Instagram, and we map the Instagram account. So we copy, thanks to API of Instagram, we upload the pictures that the brand has, and the brand can connect separate pictures with the product in their online store. So this is how we see how it and we can map also the activity of the followers if they are registered in our database, and then send mails.
I absolutely love it until the day that Instagram implements a shop feature. What are you going to do that day? Be in a bar, drink vodka, or do you have a plan B when that happens?
Of course. Instagram already implemented such feature when it comes to sponsored content. So you can sponsor the content and gather new likes or transfer the traffic from sponsored content to given subpage. But what we care about are the followers of the brand. So when you build your presence on Instagram, we want these loyal customers and hardcore users of Instagram to feel happy, and we transfer them to the online shop. And we also have the mailing feature, so even if Instagram allows direct links under pictures, which is very unlikely in my opinion, we still can track the activity of the users based on their likes and then send them some special content.
Hi. It's a great idea. I know a lot of people who'd be interested in the UK, a lot of brands. But kind of following on from that last question almost, in a way it feels like this is kind of against the spirit of the way Instagram have designed their platform.
Yeah.
Do you think that in any way the service that you're offering is in conflict with what the brand would like, what the platform would like it to be used for?
They already introduced advertising, which was very in contrary of what Instagram was supposed to be, and they received a lot of hate under their first sponsored post. So this is how social media develop. Now brands, from when we talk with e-commerce brands, they switch to different social media, switch from Facebook to Snapchat to Periscope. So it's how it develops, and they just the social media platforms grow with that. Thank you.
Like and buy it. This was the final contestant of this competition, Scale Me Global 2nd edition. I would like to invite you to the VIP room because you have a lot of things to talk about.